Hey, it's Rick from Me and My Big Mouth Bass, and I want to show you my waterproof battery box that I take on my kayak to power my Lowrance Elite 4 HDI Fish Finder. Everything that I used, you can get at your local hardware store. I actually had to go to an AutoZone for a couple of the parts, but this is not my design or idea. I actually got this from KayakDIY's YouTube channel. He had a video about doing the same thing. So I'll put the link in the description below and you can check it out for yourself. He has a lot of great videos for projects you can do yourself for your own kayak. So I highly recommend KayakDIY. So this is my battery box, and this battery box I got at Walmart for about $10, if that. It's a watertight 1.5 liter battery box, and it fits perfectly in my Jackson Kayak Cuda 12, the center console. So that's where I put it. And you'll notice around the end I have an SAE cable that comes through a hole that's all siliconed, and that is where I plug in the fish finder. You'll see I have another end on the fish finder here, and this is what makes the connection. And what's great is I could just unplug it and it's all disconnected, and then I can plug the battery into the charger, and it makes it simple. So if we take it out, you know, it's a tight fit, so it is watertight, and it does have the seal around the lid. But what I have is a 9 amp hour battery. I got a Gander Mountain, and it was only it was under $30. So 9 amp hours is more than enough than what I need. But if you look inside, and I'll actually bring the GoPro in so you can check it out, you'll see it's a nice tight fit with some pads over here. This is just pads from like when you kneel down to do gardening or something, or yard work. I got this from Walmart as well for $5, and I just cut it up and it fits perfectly in there. So looking at it, if I take the battery out, you see I have these wire clamps, or these wire connections right here, the positive and the negative, so I can just disconnect that so you can see. Here's the battery. So if we look inside, I have the fuse for the battery. It's a small fuse, and I spliced and I heat shrank this on. This was the first time I ever soldered wires together, so it might be a little messy. I've never practiced. So here's the solder I used. I got this from Home Depot. It was electrical solder. It has a rosin core, which I actually had to read and make sure that was important. So, and this is again all 16 gauge wire. And I spliced the wire onto the SAE cable, and here's a look at that. And let me bring you inside even closer. And you can see that they go through a hole here, and I used silicone to make it watertight. I know on KayakDIY they use a cable gland, and I couldn't find one, so I used that. It's fine. It's flexible enough so I could move it around, and I've never had water get in there. Plus, water doesn't usually come into the center console of the kayak anyways. So to hook it up, I just take out all the padding here, and I lay the battery down, and you just connect the positive with the positive and the negative with the negative. And it just fits in there. See, what I do now is that's when I take the padding and I fill it in. And this keeps the battery from moving around inside, and then you just close it up. So I know that was a very brief overview of the battery box. This wasn't more of a how-to, more of just like an overview. Go check out KayakDIY. He also gives a nice explanation of how to do it. Probably more than what I can, because this was my first experience doing anything like this. But I wanted to give you a look at in case you want to do the same. And good luck if you try it yourself. Again, this must have cost me total $50 to $60 with all the different parts, including the wires and the clamps and everything. So good luck, and thanks for watching.